Why not to ongole hema on you? Like, what about the breathe one? What's happening?
This one needs to remind me after all, like, the important thing is for me to just calm down and breathe. Like, that's the important thing. I'm a spirit. When I'm breathing, I'm alive and kicking.
Yeah.
And it means I'm healthy because when you get time to.
Hi again, guys. Oh, welcome again, my wonderful gang. It is the May Chick next door. Ke nna he Aaliyah Rsa ke re wa tseba jaanong, corporate baby by a day, and of course the multimedia maven by night. Once again, I would like to invite you guys to the Orange Fan Fashion Show. It got during the 18th of September. So give work Saturday area guys. So now I wanna invite you. I wanna invite your friends, and of course, obviously. Hi, it is the Check next door. It is Aaliyah_RSA. I'm talking about the corporate baby by day and of course the multimedia maven by night. Hantle ke batla hole welcome us sentle hanyane hanye maniko, women's corner. I know guys it has been long, but I promise you we've literally got like the best guest for today. So it's Amaya Lee. Her name is obviously Monalisa. She's a what we call so. According to what I understand, most of the people talk about if you're obviously going to get the tattoo, trying to my message, like Yes.
And actually, each and every tattoo you have, it must have a meaning behind it or a story to tell because it's going to be there permanently. So, and you can't be getting something that you're going to look at it tomorrow. You're like, okay, what was I doing here? Okay, there's those damn tattoos, but it can be damn, but with a meaning behind. It's still, worth doing.
I want to understand what is the meaning of damn tattoos. You said that there is tattoos, but like damn tattoos, like what type are those?
They can be those, just like, okay, I want a butterfly. And then okay, it's so nice and stuff, and then you just decide to put maybe a message nyana ka mo tlase tloring me. What's me? A butterfly. Leave it at being what it is. It's nice. It was meant to be a butterfly. You can fly high, be that girl or be that guy. It's not a train smash. Okay, can you me mo butterflying nje ifofela. No.
And I was gonna actually touch on that a bit. Most of the girls, when they go to obviously banally but it's a tattoo, but most of the times it's butterfly. It's like behind your ear, and like why do you think maybe that most of the girls obviously
people are not doing tattoos because they want to, Some of them just do them because okay, it's the it thing. And maybe it just looks nice, or somebody pursued them to be like, okay, let's get tattoos. They look nice, and then only to find out that the other person has maybe a reason why she or he wants to get one. What is your reason of getting one? You can just get yourself a permanent thing for like no reason.
I mean, they just get the tattoo because if I want to look badass, like I want to do hardcore and stuff, like I'm this girl and stuff, like gangster and all that.
And you can be your tattoos, man. Some of them, yeah, but so you're gonna be gangster chong if you have a tattoo of a gun. You're gonna be carrying a piece all over the place, being the girl.
Oh my god!
I don't wanna be gangster, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, can get you a butterfly, it's fine, let it fly, even nice,
Let it fly.
It doesn't mean butterfly. No, it doesn't work like that. You just have a butterfly on you and you don't need to own one because you have one on your skin.
Oh, you don't have to own one. Do you own your tattoos? Do they have
Most
stories?
Of them, yeah. All of them actually. All of my tattoos have a meaning. Like when you just look through them, and when I explain some of them, when we continue, like you just see and be like, oh, okay.
So can I please do this? I want to see the tattoos that you have. Okay.
There's another.
So how many tattoos do you have in like a nutshell?
I have like 15.
You've got 15 tattoos.
Oh my god, my mother is gonna kill me. She's gonna be like,
so she has no idea that you. Oh my.
Oh well. There's this other time I was like lazy to bath. Like I'm the only girl at home, So I'm like, Mommy, can you just please bath me? She was like, oh, you're so spoiled. I'm like, well, you're my mother and you're still alive. Okay, I get inside my bathtub. And then
How old were you? I'm so sorry.
it's this year.
So you were tired and you wanted your... Okay.
I was like, Mama, go on visit. And then when I get inside, she saw the Monalisa one. Yo, she started scrubbing and scrubbing. I'm like, shame, girl, you can scrub as much as you want. It's not gonna like go away. She's like, you know what? I think I regret this. Just clap, girl, I'm done. How many tattoos are you gonna have? I'm like, I still want more.
And tattoos are so addictive.
Exactly.
Bruh.
I started with one and then continued.
You were like, I want more of these things, man, on my skin. They look good on you.
Thank you.
They actually do. So I want to know a story. This one. It's a pulse, and I see obviously like a musical note and a heart at the end. What is this about?
To me, I love music, number one. I'm sure you know.
Okay.
I love music so much that I also did it as a subject at school.
Is it?
Yeah, I used to do music at school, like
Oh, that's good.
in high school. And then I went to a music festival. So, like, it took me back to that school days when Mr. Baloy used to play piano for us and we sing,
Yeah.
you know. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I think I'm going to need to get myself a VIP ticket. And then if you get a VIP ticket, it was offering you either a free piercing or a tattoo. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get a tattoo.
Oh my
and
God.
the love that I have is not dying, it's not going anywhere. So
there was a
that's
time when
the
tattoos were
music.
free and people were just out there standing on queues like...
Yeah, like when the concert was still happening outside,
Yeah.
other people were being called inside for their tattoos, others for piercings.
That is badass.
And then you go back to the concert, drink, you know.
I feel like the only way that's actually possible like your musical kind of thing, the events are like rock stars. Like I feel like that's possible.
Yeah, but that one was more of a hip hop. It was hosted by
Yeah.
Trendy. Yeah. So it was a hip hop like festival type
So
of
you
ish.
decided to get that tattoo.
Yes, because I love music so much.
And I also see
it
this
heals me.
one. Bruh, what is with you and music? That's
I
like
love
the
it so
guitar.
much, yeah. But this is a different, like, kind of meaning. Here you see it say the moments, ne? So you play the moments, and then you pause the memories, and then you see the pain and the happiness. So literally, you pause the moments, you play the moments, and then you pause all the
The memories.
pains and the memories. You keep on playing them back and back, so that everything, when it comes back to you, all the pain that you felt, let it go through you and you feel it, and then you get over it. Like life needs to go,
Yo,
like
that is so
go
deep.
on either way. And then after all, when you go through your pain and stuff, at the end of the day, you're gonna be happy. So
I feel
that's
like
where your happiness is gonna
it's
come
more
from.
like something that actually happened to you in terms of how you felt as a person, maybe back then, or maybe what you went through. You went through maybe a traumatic response or an event whereby you had to like cry or you know what, I'm choosing to heal, maybe to leave the pain, to play the memories, whatever that you said to me.
Exactly. Sometimes we get into relationships and we invest ourselves so much to a point that when everything falls apart, you just feel like, okay, now you know what, I'm done now. And then you forget that, okay, as much as this person didn't see or didn't value you, it's okay. It's not the end of you. It's the end of the
let me
both
tell
of
something.
you,
I had
but
this
not
conversation
you.
with one of our hosts. I had this exact conversation, but
Exactly.
this time who hate you and like Kim Kota like a story and says or konna Aaliyah and then still obviously like when you meet that significant other, you're gonna fall in love with them like the pain never happened before.
Exactly.
I'm like, you know what, it happens eventually, because imagine now how, and then you're tugging it away because of now you went through this.
And then you're no longer gonna be able to open up to other
That's the
people
thing.
and love again. And then you're gonna be
Until
like,
how long?
they're not hitting on me, but
Yeah.
you don't wanna be.
That's the thing.
Hit
So
on, no.
irregardless of what you're going through as a human being, I think there's like, I'm just gonna convey it for the second time. Irregardless of what you go through in life, bad, it's going to pass, and it doesn't matter. Maybe the second person is literally going to do that. I mean, they might, but I mean, we have to learn something from each and every person. You
It
understand?
teaches you as a person that, okay, the mistakes that I maybe also did in this previous relationship, let me not repeat them again in the next coming one, you know, because they always say that another man's trash is another man's treasure. So it's fine. I may be your trash today, but somebody else is going to treasure me. And when you see me being happy, don't come back. Because there's those people who are so toxic. Okay, guys, I don't know if everybody is going to say yes or no, but there's always going to be that one person who you're going to love for the rest of your life. But even if you try working things out, it doesn't work. So if there's people like that, you don't need to be in a relationship with a person like that. It's toxic. And it means you're also being toxic to yourself. So love them enough to let them go so that they be happy somewhere else. There's no use of okay, he's done or she's done with you. And you're like, I'm not going anywhere. You are not making them happy and you are not happy yourself. You're toxic to you and you're becoming toxic to another person.
So, okay. Anyane, what I've just picked up from the story that you're telling me right now, we have spoken about the meaning of the tattoo in terms of how you should be emotionally intelligent, right? And now, now you are tapping a lot more into romantic relationships whereby maybe you and your partner or ex-partner, you went through a certain thing. I feel like you were venting a bit there to us.
Because I also have like a tattoo to show it, you know.
So basically, like, interested in going, that's why you decided to get that tattoo.
Well, we got it through like our relationship. During the relationship, we had like matching tattoos and stuff. And then when it ended,
that said no.
I was like, oh, okay.
No.
I've learned this and this and this though, so I'm gonna get this one.
So which tattoo does she or he have? Because I know you know. Let me see which one. I want to see which one.
Almost on the ring finger.
Oh, the doorknob one. You even have tattoos in between of your fingers.
Exactly. This was my first tattoo actually. Like.
And you got it with the guy.
It was so intimate, like we literally share the same needle.
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
Yeah, we used like the same needle for our tattoos. Well, I started first and then he went after. It was that deep, like for 11 years. We dated for 11 years.
11 years.
It is what it is. We move. We become the changes we want to see.
Ooh, that's one of the tattoos. I feel like your body, like your physical appearance, your body as well is like a story of what happened to you, bruh.
I'm just, okay, a written book.
Basically.
I'm still writing my story on my
So you still are writing your story?
Yeah, I still have one more.
You still have one more story?
I have a lot to tell.
And what about the breath one? Why not on to like, what about the breath one? What's happening?
This one needs to remind me after all, like, the important thing is for me to just calm down and breathe. Like, that's the important thing. I'm a spirit. When I'm breathing, I'm alive and kicking.
Yeah.
And it means I'm healthy, because when you get time to sit down and just breathe, everything will fall.
So each and every time when nothing
higher groove. It is what it is.
So you've told me a story about a few tattoos I see here. I see Aries, which must be a star sign, right?
Yes.
And then you have one on your stomach. I feel like that's like my favorite tattoo, or maybe that's like the first tattoo I saw on Aaliyah, because I remember during the fashion show, right, you actually had to show off your skin a bit in terms of the different designers, whatever the case may be. They were looking so gorgeous on you, must I add. They were so amazing.
That's why I need to get that dress.
No, it's fine. Most definitely, I'm gonna tell my mom to do the right things. So I saw that tattoo. I was like, now that's a story. But according to the smaller tattoos you have on your wrist, what is that one about?
Okay, this one. It's being the change that you want to see, you know. Okay, I'm gonna admit I've been like almost a rebellious child, you know. So I was like, okay, you know what? I need to change. Like, and as much as I wanted to see other people change from what they were and what they were doing, people like I surrounded myself with, I started feeling like, okay, maybe I'm the toxic one. So maybe if I change and become the change that I want to see, it's going to be better. I'm going to see better changed people. Hence, I started like limiting the friends that I had. So now the circle that I have is the change that I wanted to see from myself.
Oh, that's good.
And I changed for the best.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
I was like,
So in order
okay.
for you to actually change maybe your behaviors patterns, you have to hang out with different people who's literally like the same goal as you.
Yes, like we must be thinking in the same level, even if it's not on IQ level.
Okay.
But when we're sitting down, we're not just only talking about alcohol, girlfriends, boyfriends. No, we need to talk like serious things, like corporate things, life. Generally, where do we see ourselves in the next 3 years? We can't always be talking alcohol things, and we're only meeting up in situations of alcohol or funerals. Like, it's not nice. Let's meet up for a business meeting.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Right now we're meeting up because we have a fashion show to do. So yeah, man, people that you also surround yourself with say a lot about who you also are.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
Yo, I've could have said it better. So when I'm Monalisa, you're obviously like this woman with tattoos, and I want to understand how does like society view you? Have you had maybe problems whereby people judged you for the tattoos that you have? Did you maybe have issues with that maybe people don't like you for who you are?
Well, you get judgments, especially from people who think that they know you. They just be like, okay, this child was such a good, nice child. Okay, we are a very, very, very like praying family, kohai. So they see me, they're like, yo.
And I know you get people judging from it. Exactly.
And then last time I dress up my own way.
Yeah.
I don't care who says what.
Okay.
So they be like, and some of my tattoos are like around like my ribs, my breast. So they're gonna be those days where I'm gonna wear a see-through shirt or a crop top, and then it's gonna show.
What's gonna happen from then?
So then what? I did these tattoos because I wanted to reveal them. So when they reveal them, one thing I hate about having a lot of tattoos, but it's
tell us.
They stare at you like you are
so
crazy.
You hate people staring at you.
Yeah, because they stare to a point that some of them just even want to touch. Like, okay,
but
can I touch?
Don't you think they admire that though?
But I mean, it's creepy.
That's the thing. But for the fact that I don't think if I hated something, I would want to touch it. Do you understand? And now they just want to, I don't know about Fila and one of them so creeps, but honestly, I feel like they're just staring because of, oh my God, look at this girl. She's bad. She's portraying this type of person,
Some of them, they stare at you and like they give you that dirty look. Oh, one of you, oh no.
So like,
and then you feel bad, and then there's those days like when they stare, you like, they're staring at my tattoo.
Yeah.
And then you feel good about them, and you walk with that confidence, and then you walk slowly when you pass through them because you want them to see all of them, until maybe those good ones are gonna be like, okay, can I see your tattoos?
Yeah.
Like, no problem.
So basically, I want to know when udila lebang ba shabang in like in despair ba utlala bohloko
given I used to get mad first. Like, you can't look at me like I'm just maybe a tattooed girl who abuses their parents.
Yeah, you are.
Abuse
oh yeah.
No, we don't. Abuse like, yo, my mother always says that.
Yeah.
My love, I'm still gonna write more. Yo. She's just like,
oh my God.
But then I just look at them like, okay, cool. It is what it is. If you don't like them, it's fine. There's people who like them.
But that's your mom, and like, why are you trying to please other people that would like them?
My mother likes my tattoos. My mother, one thing, she can be mad at me now, but then after 2 minutes, she's like, your
mom is such a diva.
So I'll be like, oh, why rata kanti? My mother saw like my tattoos, second day 4, and she saw the first one.
Can't you know the tattoos?
Well, I don't know, or nasa di bone, or nasa nagi jwalo. Like, but I had 4 already when she saw one. Or I think it's maybe where they were placed because she saw this one, and then when she saw this one, I was like, oh, actually, since you see this one,
it's tattoo here.
Yeah.
Like I never knew. Like I'm like, hi, Monalisa. I even have a tattoo here.
When she saw this one, I was like, oh, okay, let me confess, I actually have more. I started opening up my breast, and she was like, what? Ke mo jwetsa mna tre lenyalong la ntate moruta ka seng sharp ya ga batho. She felt like she could just give me a hot slap.
Yeah, because what is this?
But she always used to say like, "Nah, never with the tattoo haka," and not with my money. I was like, oh, okay.
So you did it with her money as well?
No. When I first did it, I did it with my own money.
But
like,
there are actually some tattoos
man.
whereby like you know your mom just
popped in.
Yeah,
and she's there also. This is her initials. So at least she's part of my
initials.
everlasting.
Like how do they even tattoo her initials there?
Yes, AP to dates. That's her initials.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's my mother.
So how is the pain with the tattoos? A lot of people out here talking about I so bad when I go like get a tattoo. I think I wanted to. I don't think I want to now. Like I don't know actually, but I don't think I want to. I wanted to get a tattoo like this some time ago. And then the only issue I had was the pain. I'm like, there's no way needle. Okay.
Well,
anyway, yeah,
it's not that bad. And I feel like when people go to tattoo artists, ask. I was the person who just loved doing tattoos, and my tattoos have meanings, like, you know. But like I was also afraid of the pain. But I was like, you know what? I want this. I'm going to do it. But what I did when I got there, I was like, okay, so which sport is not painful? And then they started telling me, they gave me this other calendar and showed. And it was like, okay, where is red? It's painful. Where is blue? It's not that painful.
They gave you a calendar?
Yeah, there's a person like, and then
I'm like,
the body structure.
20 15, it's less painful.
No, they tell you, okay, Mona, like there's a red spot, blue, dun.
So which spots are actually more painful?
Your favorite tattoo, my love. Yo, the ribs.
So
and I have 2. I have 2 on my ribs. This one, it was so painful. This was the most painful tattoo I ever got in all of my tattoos, and it's the second biggest one.
And the other area where it's painful to get a tattoo? Woo!
Yeah.
So they had your boobs like this and they were drawing things in there?
Yeah. That's why I have one tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. And then the other area where it's painful?
Even here it was painful.
So who painful mo karon it
was, and then no, this is the most comfortable
tattoos,
like part of tattooing. It's not that painful, like you can just bear it. And then the other thing is people tend to listen to the sound of the machine. Don't listen to the machine, like just
how can you not listen?
Think about something else.
Listen to never
talk to someone. That's why
why you tell how you go clinic you tell that shot.
Yeah.
How can you think of something else like in your conscious horror there's something pressing?
You are not gonna do it if you go with that mindset.
For real.
Yeah.
And then the issue go how can you once it can like hang out that's actually just engraving on your skin.
No, not really. It's like writing on your skin.
Oh, the writing?
Yes. I get it. Whatever design that you want.
Okay.
They put it on paper and then they stick it on you. And then when they remove that thing, there's whatever you want underneath, and then they start writing with ink and machine on top of whatever that's written. They just write, literally like write, and then if there's shadings, then
they shade.
Yes.
I heard that shading is also like one of the painful process.
That's why I'm saying again, it depends where you do your tattoos, like the positioning of them.
That's mad business.
It's not that painful.
Would you have a tattoo on your face?
No.
On your neck?
No. Well, for my profession, I can't.
What is your profession?
I'm a professional child and youth care worker.
Okay.
So, obviously, I'm going to be working for the government, or even if I don't work for the government, I will be working with the government. So, I can be also teaching kids morals and grooming them. But then I have tattoos all over my face because also where I might be working. Like I told you, I'm gonna be quitting my
Yeah, your
so-called
current. Yeah,
job
yeah.
to whatever I'm like now wanting to do as a career. So it's like a center that is divided into two.
Okay.
So there's a secure care, there's POS. So secure care is not more like, it's a prison for kids. So I can't be going there with tattoos on my face and I'm
Did you
like,
say a prison?
change, yeah.
A prison for
Juvenile.
kids. What are you gonna do there?
Care work. I'm gonna be there, care work.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, I've done it before as...
Wasn't it like creepy and scary?
Trust me, it is, but you need to stand your ground.
Ah,
You need to remind them that, okay, you think
yeah,
you're
no,
gonna be...
Thank
Thank you. Nah, I would make sure I remind them, okay, because we're not Batista. Nna ke tlo ngola report and we're not tlo tshwarwa. Because the report that I'm gonna write is gonna go to your social worker. Your social worker is gonna take that to the magistrate. Who's in for a high horse? You, not me.
So, do you usually maybe have that favorite child there, and then you actually help them a lot more than the others? Just to be honest, let's be honest.
Well, I used to have one child that I used to love so much that I feel like I grew that child. Like,
What happened to the child?
he got adopted.
From juvie to being adopted.
No, he was in POS.
And what is POS?
It's a place of safety. That is a site for kids who are like being abused maybe at home or orphans and they don't have anybody to, look after them. Or if you're abusing your child and then
Basically,
the neighbor can see,
yeah.
they can report you and then we take your
Oh,
child.
that's POS.
Yes, place of safety.
Oh, no, that's good. So, the experience you had while working with kids from juvenile.
Well, some of them you get to see they're not there because like they are those kids who are very rebellious. Like it's just those little small stupid mistakes and the friends that we hang out with, and wanting to try new things but in a wrong way, and the love of money.
Yes.
Like quick cash.
Guys.
Quick cash can get you
Yo.
like into trouble. That's also like hanging out with people who do bad things.
Yes.
And you be
then
like, it's not me. And then when the police come, they get you there. You're also part of it. They are your friends. You go for that.
So, handle juvenile in kabana how many years to how many years?
Well, I always stood. Again.
So,
Until-
stood.
Yes.
Hey, wena. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
like stood school.
Okay, stood school juvenile.
Yes. And you also get like arrested more if ever like crime houses. There's kids with like looked after. They was no bolele batho ba 10 or ska mara tanka go bahlanya ya tronkong je ha 10 or 18.
Haibo.
And sometimes if you are that problematic, like they transfer you to Bosasa. Bosasa is a prison that you can like get sentenced and from you being a minor going up and till you finish. Because there's kids waiting, then we know, okay, shame we give them 10 years. Like kids, like serious
So,
kids.
tell me, Horiano, which was the hardest case that you ever dealt with? Honamoko prison. The hardest case ever. It's jaw dropping, tears spilling and all that. With the obviously like the kids you have worked with, the juvenile.
Well, there was this other child, Jim. It was a lot. When you live with step parents and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those. She was living with a step parent and a biological mother.
Okay.
So, like, the mother loved the partner so much that she didn't care what was happening behind closed doors when she's not there. To a point, like, even your child tries telling you, you still believe him over her. So it was those things, and then it ended up coming to a point that she bottled up all of that, and then she ended up killing him.
And we actually have a lot of cases. I guess on social media whereby there would be a story more favor more. And most cases I've heard about it's whereby the stepfathers end up raping their kids. And yet I can't believe Do you understand? Ya le ngwana ke o
ka
dutse
se
ko
etse ntho
juvenile wa
eo.
utlwisisa.
Papa ke motho ga itse wa re support mo ntlong o ja tšhelete ya gage, you know. There's parents like that, and you have to sit down and you say like, okay, how to ruin a bophelo ba ngwana a le mnyane, so how are you thinking that we're gonna get a generation etlang that is healthy and happy if we start destroying them from childhood?
At such a young age.
Like me, one thing about me, that's one
age.
thing I always say, and I hope God keeps me and reminds me all the time that this is the reason why I'm doing childcare. Like, I want to make sure that I raise kids with love so much that we have a very happy society growing up. Like, because it's too much. Like, our generation, like now, if you are drinking, we are drinking. But charger, it's fine. Others are charging, it's fine. Mara, are okay, re godile re le happy kaofela. Most of us are like, our experiences study childhood. When you sit down and talk to them, they were traumatic. So, okay, you've actually grown up to be a strong person from what you went through. Some people are just gonna give up. Some people are gonna kill themselves, you know. So, we must make sure, like, we grow kids with love, like we nurture them like flowers, you know, so that they grow up knowing, okay, nah, I don't need to beg for a boyfriend's love. Mama ka wang rata, papa ka wang rata. I know my father loves. You know, it's so nice knowing motho a tlo tsa gore yo minu baba mo yang thanda.
But that's the thing. Like, even those one that supportive and whatever, right? I'm talking about the kids. Ba mahabo bona, they are financially beautiful, they beautified, they financially stable. Ngono onale into engole engwe. Yet they would resort to smoking drugs or who can into gangsterism. They stealing cars, they dealing with drugs and whatever. Moto utatala sa liko juvenile. Now the child, they got whatever they needed from like a very young age. Even growing up, they went to the best school. They did Kimawet and cocaine, whatever the case may be. Oko juvenile. Case young or is wrong. Because I can't just said to me that other case they end up being in juvenile because of their parents are being ignorant towards their life and upbringing. Tell me about this ones who got everything from Balibanyane. How did they end up being in juvenile, according to your understanding?
Yeah, mostly the ones that I've met, they had everything, but they didn't get the time and the loving that they needed from their parents. Like your parents are always at work, church. Like it's a norm, you know. Okay,
basically it's
I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up. My mother makes 5 million rand. I know I have a 1 million rand allowance every month, but I'm gonna see her like once, twice in a week. Sometimes she comes back, I'm sleeping, I just wake up, my money allowance is just there. I don't get to sit down and talk to her.
No, I understand that. You see, that one I do understand, but now I'm talking about these kids who got everything. I'm talking about the soft life.
Money is not everything.
Soft life, it's not only about material things. It's about the intimacy, the love that you get from your peers and your family. This soft life, well, so he doesn't. Oh, she doesn't feel her. No, I'm being neglected at home. Yes, I get the money that I need to like buy. Like half the effort, risking the well-being of the family. What he does is to go to school and to come back, goes to school and to come back, and this life emanates with the loving parents who cook dinner for him each and every day. They end up in juvenile, not because of they being ignored. They have got everything. What about those kids?
I know I have everything.
Yes.
And like my parents are always gonna show up. They start wanting to explore. They're stupid. No, okay, I've got my family's backup. They love me so much. Like I know. And then the parents will be like, oh, okay, when we know we've got everything, we're gonna solve you like this. We're gonna take you to juvie. When you come back here, yes,
and how are you gonna change? Guys,
yeah, because
I don't
rich
understand,
kids.
And it's not even only about rich kids, but I get whereby you find you're doing all these weird things.
And then when we like having bad luck, we're like, bari lawyer.
But now these kids are now in juvenile, right? I'm gonna go back to the fact that obviously they're in juvenile now. Sabatlo's environment more Batala who join the gang, right? Batala who, to have this the tattoos go jail.
Well, they don't have access to that.
What
because number one, we stay with them. Like, Araba treaty, like, the normal bullshit are really arrested. We also try to, like, also, like, teach them new, different ways. To a point where even if we know that from here you're still going to be arrested, but also try changing if you can.
Imagine.
Change Alwena as a person.
Yo.
Look inside yourself, like deep inside. Go inside, introspect yourself as a person. So, Vele, is this the life that you want to live?
But that's the thing. Now they're actually gonna be arrested. And I baba fitla here, but gonna go to maximum prisons. Like, haba fitla more. What I wanna discuss is about the tattoos they get when they get there.
Well, it's not that big. We don't even have like more than 20 kids in a unit.
Is it?
Yeah, like the maximum number, maybe more 10, 15. And overly programs, so they don't normally get that time or they want to do the snacks because they also have school inside there. So they attend school like normal kids.
So if they're attending school in what is this?
In juvie.
In juvie, sorry, thank you. If they attend a school local juvenile and now they go to maximum prison, like your grade 8, 9, 10, 11, or it's just school where you just learn about new stuff like how to maybe weld, how
it depends
to
if you still wanna go straight into like the corporate school world, or when you just decide, okay, since vele skolo includes kantle, this is what I can also do. Like
they study at juvenile, so they also have their own teachers as well.
Yes.
So after studying, is it get a course?
Yeah, I can read either way the course, or maybe how can I school like normal. I can read but what is it go.
What did you hold exam?
Right. Yeah, you have a right to education.
Nigga, you telling me who like bangola the national senior tonton?
Yes, what they said. The police.
Go jele asatari matric.
How you balance? I can't how.
Hey, wena. Yanong ba ko maximum bona?
But guys, not about sponsoring because give mistake like I'm saying worry.
But that's
yes, o ka se motsoso mara ke phoso.
Ke hane ke phoso mara yanong se ke bua ka like damn studying. O a ntse gore motho o tlotsa sana psychology.
How e balla o tla tsona le yona house.
PhD.
Yeah, that I used to PhD.
Patong.
You have a right to education.
I don't know why do I feel like now jail is not such a bad place.
It is.
How are you getting education? Like, why it's like a PhD? Like, what is happening?
South Africa.
So how that? But I think it's actually going to be called a risk, right? When you obviously have to. That's how what's like a criminal record and whatever the case may be. Now, tell me, how hard has it been for you to locate for a job while you have tattoos? Since now people are out here talking about, my tattoo, who's going to hire brother? So you have to understand that maybe have you actually faced the hardships of?
Not really, actually. No, I've not, because since I've got tattoos, some of them are like I'm able to hide them. So mostly now that I have like this much where I work, it's not a train smash. Like, you can have as much as there, you can even have it on your face. It's fine. There's people who've got them on their necks and their faces and their hair, like bald head.
Bald? Would you do that and have tattoos on your
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Is it?
I know my limits.
Are you sure? You said that with the first tattoo that you had, remember?
I'm still gonna get more, but I know where to stop, like writing. Yeah. Not when to stop writing. Where to stop writing.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Nah, man, the conversation was amazing.
Thank you.
I also have learned a lot of things. Obviously, I've learned when we was opening the show, we were talking about being hurt and letting go, and starting afresh, like your tattoo said. We have learned recently that parents should be more available in their children's life, like invest emotionally,
yes.
How don't just fit the money, because you know what I mean,
because it's there.
Yeah. And then I also learned that guys, I'm talking about prison. Also, I got PhD money. I had no idea.
PhD.
But now apparently these people now study psychology, like
what depend on one thing.
So what depend on one thing? Let's say
go ba di setsang o batla o ba bolaya ba bang.
And like, where do they even get these bursaries? Like, I'm so dumbfolded.
No,
Right
I don't think they can give somebody who bulaileng.
so,
O ga etse PhD.
But theft,
Aye.
body fraud. Do they give them bursaries?
You're gonna get me arrested.
I'm actually going to check that out because
Because
now I'm
now,
so interested. Very interested.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna
So
get me
guys,
killed with the government.
basically, like, I wanna know so bad. Mara ke tlo thola
Eng.
hore ho etsahalang prison.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we should check it out. Because when I go school, more next episode thing, shem ne ba bala bana shem. That's why I'm saying like maybe because eleki juvenile. Abo. So
I'm sure they have Instagram. They text about tobacco.
I never, but they don't have phones.
They don't have phones.
More back and go think no, they don't, like we don't give them phones.
No, I'm talking about other prisons where so when I'm the video that this and that.
I saw that one trending. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so homonate. Last thing I give only nebaba file. I think it was 67 minutes or nailing. It's long time ago. Baba file the KFC. I was like, oh, so now we're adding hope. We are thinking that we are giving to kids. Can't you now you live at the
You see this
pass me a
KFC
drink.
issue? This KFC issue.
like it's so wrong. I ended up feeling so bad to a point like I was like, I'm no longer gonna donate my 2 rands.
That's the thing. I've read some comments some time ago whereby this girl Orena Nailevele ayo order the dunk doing it's a high. Have got the permission to actually take the 2 rands to add hope, right? So basically, I check a sleepy 2 rand again. And now people are taking KFC for that. They were like, yeah, we understand that you're out here, asking for the 2 rand to add hope. Yet we've never seen you go to those pure townships to exist. KFC, no, we actually did the 2 hope in the really prison guy for the prisoners, what. I was like,
prison.
what is this?
Prison. Naranja di 2 rand bana ba lapile. Let the kids eat. Oh. Take our money, give them people who come back and rape us.
Don't put it like that, yo. Hey, we're thinking, guys, this is the time where we love and we leave you. It has been so epic. I've actually enjoyed this interview with Monalisa, our tattoo enthusiast. Like, please tell us, how was the experience? Yeah, are you feeling good? Are you feeling great?
I'm feeling good, thank you. It was nice. And it was nice seeing you after a long time. So, I'm glad we're meeting up. Like, this is what actually I was talking about. I love such meetings. Like, we meet up with positive things and catching up with our life, but, doing our little
That's amazing. Gosh, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to obviously like, to subscribe, to share with your family, and do not forget to drop those comments, guys, right? It is Aaliyah _Rsa, and it's Aaliyah and also Monalisa here, who is a tattoo enthusiast, right? Yeah, so it's for me, Aaliyah Tukwani, Aaliyah _Rsa. Let me check next door. Bye.